Here's what we're doing. Your percent equation, which you haven't really ever seen before, but it looks like this. What we've been doing the last 10 lessons is original times percent times new. I want you to underline or box this thing. I'm going to put it in green. When you find the new amount, you took the original and you multiplied it by the percent and you got the new. That is what we've been doing kind of behind the scenes. We just didn't write the equation formally. Go. Why are you like that? There you go. Notice that the original one is the old one. That's the one that happens first in time. So again, we are working paid invoice. Notes are up. Backwards. So we use the inverse operation. When we're going from new to original, we use division or the inverse. When we're going from new to percent, we're working backwards, so we use division. We're going to divide the new amount by the original amounts to get the percent. Then decide if it's a markup or a markdown, and by how much, then we'll get a percent total. First example, a pair of shoes was originally $39.99, but on sale for $29.99. What's the percent of discount? Box percent, that's what you're looking for. Put an old and a new above each one. The pairs were originally $39.99. That's old. Put old above that number. Then put new above $29.99. That's what it came out to after the sale. Then we're going to put a markup or mark down. Since it was a sale, you're going to put an arrow going down. Here's what's happening. You have the old price, $39.99. I'm going to show you behind the scenes what's happening over here on the left, and then I'll show you what I want you to write on the right for every problem. If you take this old price and multiply it by some percent, you get the number $29.99. But I don't want to know the new price or the old price. I just want to find the percent. So what I can do on the left side of the equation, if we go back to unit 3, I could just divide the left side and the right side by $39.99. I can just divide this thing and kind of pretend like it's an equation, and you end up with a percent. If that confuses you, leave it to the side, because this is really the behind the scenes working in math. What I really want you to write is in red. Whenever you see the word percent, and that's what you're trying to find, you're going to take the new and divide it by the old. Take your new price, $29.99, and divide it by the old, $39.99. Plug it into your calculator. What do you get? Chad?
I got
0.749. We're going to round up to the nearest hundredth. 0.749 would round up. Since the 9 is 5 or more, let the 4 soar. And this would be 75%. So here's the deal. You paid 75% of $39.99. You paid 75% of $39.99. What is the percent of the discount, Cameron? You flipped it. You need to do $29.99 by $39.99. You always divide the new price by the old. 29.99 divided by 39. 0.749 or 75%. 75% is how much I paid. That is not my discounts. We're going to go over to the markdown, Daniel, and I'm going to take 75% and I'm going to subtract it since it's marked down. My percentage that I'm actually being discounted is 25%. That's my answer. it is almost the exact opposite in steps. Instead of subtracting first like we normally would, we end up subtracting at the very end. Last year, 247 students attended the first home football game. This year, 295 attended. What is the percent increase? Box percent increase. And look at the numbers. Which one is old? Which one is new? 247 versus 295. Lauren. Put old above 247. Put new above 295. Your percent equation is new divided by old. If you have a hard time remembering that and the equation thing I did confused you more, just think of the alphabet, right? The N on the top since it's before O, right? The O on the bottom since it's after O. If you sing the alphabet song, LMNOP, N goes on top, O goes on the bottom, new divided by old. Voice. Take the new price, or the new amount, which is $2.95. We're not talking about money. These are people. And then you divide it by 247. And what do you get? Plug it into your calculator. Make sure 295 is first, 247 is second. Jameson, what's your answer?
I keep getting 1.1943319.
It was 1.194. Let's round to the nearest third digit. So it'd be 4 is 5. 4 is 4 or less. Let the 9 rest. This is 1.19. Your percentage is 119%. If you want to know the markup of number 2, we're going to take 119 and we're going to subtract it from 100. The percentage of increase wasn't 119%, it was 19. 19% is your answer. Let's do one more, then I'll have you try one on your own. Read number 3, please. Nora.
Either beat.
What is my old number, the old price that I'm dealing with? Page. $129.99 is the old original number. Put old above $129.99. That means new is $39.99. Set up your equation. New divided by old. What number's on the top for this one, Jackson?
129.99 is and then old.
Okay, before we divide it, is this a mark up or a mark down?
Okay.
It's a decrease, so let's put an arrow down next to 3. Divide that. What?
Wouldn't it be 39 over? Yeah, because it's a new divided by the old.
Yes.
Wonder?
Yeah, mark 1. New is $39.99. Old is $129.99. Really great blender to catch. This whole lesson is really dependent on you getting the new and the old correct first. So take an extra 10 or 20 seconds when you're annotating and make sure your new and old is correct. Plug it in. What do you get? Silent hands. Colton. 0.307 would round to 0.31, which is what percentage? 31%. I was okay with whole class there. I just didn't say it. So this is 31% that he paid. It's not 31% off. You have to take 100 since it's a markdown, and we're going to subtract 31. 100 minus 31 is 69% about. Thanks. Number 4. Last year, 762, Jameson talking one. Went back to school and Halloween dances. This year, only 645 attended the 2 dances. What's the percent decrease? Set up your problem. What number's on the top for this one? Reese. Which one's new?
762. Or wait. Oh wait, no. 645.
This year would be new. Good. 645. Check your voice row for. If you want to encourage someone, a silent little thingy like that is what we do. You don't have to even say the name. That's good. That's okay. They can feel the spirit of the finger, like that. 645 divided by 762 is what? Cameron. We're going to round to the nearest 2 digits. 5 or more, let it soar. So this is 0.85. 85% of the numbers, but what's the percent decrease? Max. Take 100, subtract it by 85, and you get 15% decrease. Do not forget about that last step. It's tempting just to circle 85 and move on, but you need to work backwards and subtract either 100 or do 100 minus that percent. On sale, discount. Okay, try number 5 on your own. You try this one. I should see a few things as I'm walking around. I should see old and new above one of the numbers. I should see your equation, new divided by olds, written next to the actual numbers. New divided by old. If you're done with 5, move on to number 6 on your own. Track the boards. I got 60%, and I'm circling that as my answer. What's my blunder? I'll take a silent hand, Nora. 60% is how much I paid out of 100%, and I got 40% off, not 60% off. Last one, I'm gonna cold call number 6, make sure we got this set up. Lily bought a flat iron that was on sale $98.99. If the flat iron was originally $144.99, what was the percent discount? Tessa, what number goes on the top of my equation? Good. And divide those together. What do you get in your calculator, Jackson?
You get like 1.69 blah, blah.
Reverse it. You put 144 on the top. You need 98.99 on the top because this is your new price. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, plug it into your calculator like that.
I plugged it in, and then I got
0.675?
I got
0.68.
Go ahead.
But then it's 8 or more, but it's 4 more left, so I got it.
So Jackson, did you put 144 first in your calculator? Do it again and put 98 first. It should be 68%. I haven't done it yet. Why are you blundering me? I'm in. I'm in the middle of the thing. I'm discussing a blunder that we caught as a team. Voice is off because I want to check something.